Hey YouTube, back out here at the goat pasture today. Wanted to follow up on our last video. We were talking about making a pasture move across our railroad tracks into a new area of our lease place. Anyhow, I wanted to share that with you guys. So hopefully we'll show you some B-roll either before or after this sometime. Um, but it was a pretty quick little move, so there's not a whole lot to show really. It went pretty painless, pretty fast, pretty easy, which is what we want. It's a good thing when there's not a whole lot of calamity to catch on camera. It makes us look good or look better, and um, anyhow, life is better that way. It probably doesn't make for as good a video, but it's better on our end anyway. So in doing that, it made me think of a subject that I wanted to visit with you guys about or bring up and talk about and just to share my thoughts and opinions on. And that's all it is, are my thoughts and my opinions. But that move that we made, um, I have a friend that I call to come and help me facilitate some of these pasture moves, mainly just the going over the railroad tracks, and then every once in a while I'll have a really long move from one end of the property all the way to the other. I've done that one time now. So this is somebody that I call to help with those moves. I also call this person to help when I process goats, or we get kid goats up and process them, castrate, uh, notch near, all that kind of stuff, or if we're going to sort some animals off to sell, so those kinds of jobs basically. And I want to bring up, simply the idea of having a network of labor, or a labor network, and how important that is. If you're a real big time operator, you're probably going to have some full-time employees, so this isn't going to apply as much, to somebody like that. But for the smaller outfits, where you're not going to have a full-time employee to help you get things done, but there's going to be days where you have big jobs, or if you're doing something kind of similar to me, where maybe some of these pasture moves are a little tough. The fellow that I called to come help me, he's got a horse, he's got a border collie dog, he's got the truck and trailer, he's got a four-wheeler if we need it to help with some extra stuff. So he's got all this equipment, and I realize not everybody's going to know that kind of person that can come help him and have all that different equipment to provide to facilitate the work. But the main things I want to bring up, obviously on the big work days where you're processing animals, where there's lots of hand work, etc., it's obvious that you're going to need extra labor for those days. And it makes complete sense to think, well, I need to know a few people that I can call that would come help me do that and are able to do that, physically able, mentally able, that whole bit. And so developing those kinds of relationships and thinking about that in your daily life as you go from the feed store or to different places where you might meet people that have those abilities and maybe are looking for a little extra work on the side, things like that. So to keep that in the back of your mind, as you go about your daily work. The other maybe less obvious thing are these pasture moves or some of this daily work. The kind of work that you do yourself, and you're not going to hire somebody to come do. You don't need extra help to do it. You can do all of it yourself. So it doesn't make as much sense to, well, I'm going to hire somebody to come help me do something I can do by myself, right? Obviously. But here's the thing, especially if you're practicing some of this rotational grazing, you're moving animals around, etc. Um, that's a laborsome thing. It happens very routinely, very regularly. And we all get sick. We all get injured. And hopefully, we all try to take a vacation every now and then. And so, along with a host of other, miscellaneous reasons why you might be away from your operation for an extended period of time. And if you develop this network of one, two, or maybe three individuals that every so often come and help you on your operation, do some of your daily work, and are familiar with maybe moving the stock, maybe rolling up some electric fence, maybe setting up some electric fence, that they get familiar enough with your place that the option presents itself to where if you have to be gone, or if you do get injured, you break a leg, whatever, you're bedridden in a hospital, that your operation doesn't just fall flat on its face and all the cards come crashing down, right? Moving these animals from paddock to paddock, it's kind of a bit of a tedious thing, and it takes routine, daily, sometimes daily, sometimes, every other day, whatever your situation is. But the point is it would be extremely beneficial to have someone that you can call that's familiar enough with your place and what you're doing and how you're doing it, that they could move those animals for you once or twice, maybe during a week or something like that. So, the obvious reasons, like I say, health, vacation, etc. These are important things, and by developing that network of people, you free yourself up and you make your business that much stronger. And that's really, at the end of it, from a business standpoint, what it's about: to be resilient, persevere even through, a hard time. So I ask you guys to really look at what you're doing, and recognize that, if I got hurt, or if I had to be away for a while, whatever, what's going to happen here? How's this going to work? What do I have in place, for things to continue to flow and work right, if I can't be around? I think it's just a topic that really deserves some attention if you're trying to do something like this, if you're trying to rotate livestock, or just, obviously have livestock at all, even if you're a confinement operation, and you don't move livestock at all. If you got hurt or something, those animals, they got to get fed and cared for every day. And so it's a little more obvious with that confinement kind of operation, that you got to have a plan in place for that. Maybe a little bit less so for this kind of stuff. So anyhow, it's something that you guys should think about. As always, I really enjoy making these videos. I'm looking forward to the next one. Hope everybody's having a great day. We'll talk to you on the next one. Bye now.